This braided Nutella bread is basically the best thing you'll ever eat. And while it looks intricate, it's actually incredibly easy to make. So get ready to impress. You guys know I absolutely love Nutella. I put it on everything. So when I saw this Nutella braided bread on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, I knew I had to make it. But the original recipe calls for homemade dough, and I'm really not into that. So I came up with a hack using this stuff. So to make the bread, you just need 4 cans of Pillsbury Crescent dough, 1 jar of yummy Nutella, and an egg for egg wash to make it nice and shiny. So the fun in this recipe is it's all about presentation. This pastry ends up looking like a beautiful flower or a snowflake, plus it's loaded with gooey, yummy, warm Nutella. I mean, it sounds good, right? So we're gonna start by opening our crescent dough, and we're using 4 of these. This is gonna be the first layer. So we're gonna roll out our dough into a 10-inch round circle using our rolling pin, and if you need to, you can use a little bit of flour to help it from sticking. So you wanna roll your dough until it's about 1/8 of an inch thick, and a good guide is just to use a 10-inch round cake tin, and then go ahead and use it to make an indentation onto your dough, because we're only gonna put our Nutella inside of the circle. And a great tip is to warm your Nutella in the microwave so it's nice and smooth. Just makes it easier to spread out. This looks so good, I'm salivating. So our first layer is done. Now I'm just gonna set this aside, and we're gonna roll out another layer of crescent dough. If you're gonna roll this out on a wood cutting board, you just wanna add a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. So I'm just gonna press the seams together from the crescent dough, and then roll it out 10 inches around. And our second layer is done. And now I'm just gonna carefully take this piece of dough and layer it right on top of the first layer. Now I'm just gonna keep going. And then for our 4th layer of dough, we're not gonna put any Nutella on it. This is what's gonna cover the 3 layers. For good measure, just roll it a little bit. Okay, so this is when the fun part begins, and we can actually create that beautiful braid. So using our cake pan as a guide, we're gonna trim all the excess dough to make our circle. Now, do not think that any of this excess dough is going to waste, because you best believe I took it and put it in the oven, added more Nutella, and just ate it as a snack. So hang on to this. I'm just gonna clean up the edges. Ta-da! Okay, we're not quite there yet. So the mason jar is what we're gonna put right in the center of our circle, and we're gonna make 4 cuts at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and noon. And then we're gonna take these pieces and cut them in half, right down the middle. And then we're gonna cut those pieces in half until we have 16 pieces. And now we're ready to braid our bread, and the easiest way to do this is to grab 2 pieces and twist them in opposite directions. 1, 2, and you want to pull them out a little bit. And at the very end, we're actually going to tuck the edges so that the seams don't come undone. So let me show you one more time. So take your 2 pieces of dough and twist them in opposite directions once and then twice, and just give it a little pull and then place it down and pat it down. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can do each one, but I really find that getting them to go in the opposite direction just easier to do 2 at a time. And you can actually see the design, even though the bread isn't baked yet, you can really see how pretty and beautiful this bread is gonna turn out. And you know, the first couple times that I made this dough, I got Nutella everywhere, and I was freaking out that it wouldn't look pretty, and it still did. So if you get a little bit of chocolate on the dough, that's okay. And you know, it's actually really smart to pull the dough just slightly, because we have so much croissant dough that needs to be baked, so this is really gonna help it bake evenly. All right, so we have our beautiful flower or snowflake. So now we're just gonna take each of the little petals and tuck the dough under, pressing down on the seam so that it doesn't come undone when it's baking. Wow, this bread looks amazing and it's not even baked yet, but to make it even prettier, golden brown and shiny, I'm just gonna brush some egg wash on top, getting all the little crevices. Great, so now we're ready to bake our bread into a preheated oven at 350 degrees. We're gonna bake it for 20 minutes. Then we're gonna lower our temperature to 300 degrees, cover it with aluminum foil, rotate the pan, and continue baking for 25 to 30 minutes. Isn't this just absolutely stunning? This is perfect for a spring party, a bridal shower, or honestly, anytime you just want really yummy Nutella bread, which for me is like every day. So look how flaky it is. And it's like Nutella, 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 Nutella. This bread is so good, and I love how the presentation is so impressive. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Pop Sugar Food, and I would love to see your photos. Make sure you make this bread and tag us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. I'm Brandy. We'll see you next time. Bye.